Looking for action-packed fun? Come experience the excitement at NOLA Motorsports Park, just minutes from downtown New Orleans.
Feel the thrill of racing on our world-class karting tracks. Perfect for all ages and skill levels. Planning a special event? Host your next party or corporate outing with us for a unique and exciting experience.
And that's not all. Keep an eye out for an exhilarating new attraction coming soon to NOLA Motorsports Park. This October, don't miss our spine-chilling zombie paintball event. Gear up and take on the undead in an epic paintball battle.
Ready to join the fun? Visit NOLAmotorsports.com to book your adventure today. NOLA Motorsports Park,
where excitement never stops. Chocolate lovers rejoice. Scandalous Chocolates has arrived in New York with 4 sensational new varieties.
That's right. They aren't just chocolates. They're an experience. Premium edibles crafted with the finest ingredients, blending sweet and savory sophistication.
We're talking 20 milligrams premium chocolate lips, sleekly packaged, perfect for on-the-go indulgence. Nuts, fruits, caramel, it's an affair you can take anywhere.
At just $10, it's an affordable luxury. Fair trade, single origin, gluten-free, and vegan. Find Scandalous Chocolates at quality dispensaries like Travel Agency in Gotham.
Scandalous Chocolates. When you're in New York, awaken your senses and delight your palate.
The affair you could take anywhere. Scandalous. Are you looking for a unique New Orleans experience?
Check out New Orleans artist Frenchie at FrenchieLive.com.
Featuring original artworks, prints, and more. See it all at www.FrenchieLive.com.
Live event bookings are available. The gallery is open by appointment only.
And for private showings or parties, email info@FrenchieLive.com.
Experience the art. Experience the artist. Frenchie Gallery. www.FrenchieLive.com.
Hey, Jay, you hungry? Like really hungry?
Yeah, I'm in the mood for oysters. Hey, let's check out Trenas.
Oysters? I love oysters.
Trenas features a wide variety of local oysters. Char, grilled, baked, and on the half shell, even the famous oyster log.
Oyster log? I heard about that. You get 6 each of their signature baked oysters, plus 6 fried, all on a cypress slab?
42 oysters. We are going to love it. Trenas is located in the Hotel Intercontinental, 444 St. Charles Avenue, right on the parade route.
Sweet. When can we go?
7 days a week for lunch and dinner, plus a mimosa brunch on weekends, and happy hour daily from 3 to 6.
Happy hour? Nah, you're talking my language.
Great drinks, great wine list. An award-winning chef, Matthew Farmer, leads a team serving the best seafood in New Orleans. Trenas.
Trenas. Got it. Let's go. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, kids of all ages, and everybody can hear our voice, to Only Good Vibes News Network with Jamie and Whistle.
But we got a vibe, y'all. We got a vibe. I can tell by your smile that you're in my tribe. We got a vibe. Yeah. We're excited to be here at the Only Good Vibes News Network. We have the Threadheads in the house today, which is an honor for us.
Beyond an honor. I'm so stoked about getting into this. We just wanted to tell you guys thank you for coming. I know you guys had a very full schedule, and we're stoked to have you here. A lot of good things you guys have done. We want to get into some of the new things you're doing, and how people can get involved and help you guys, and what's the latest and greatest things going on with the music scene?
But of course, today we always start the show with the Zen cards.
Correcto.
We've got the Sage and Palo Santos burning here in the back to get the vibe right. Yeah. You are tuned to the Only Good Vibes News Network, so expect to spend the next hour or so in a good vibe here with Whistle. I'm Jamie, and this is the Only Good Vibes News Network.
Yes, you're right. So I know we have a crystal there for Mr. Vibes. We have Mr. Vibes here for those people at home who can see him, can see us live. We're also on YouTube, and we also podcast. We moved from the radio station. We did 43 shows, 2 seasons at the radio station. Now we're here in our new digs, as they say in the biz. And we welcome you guys. Let's kick it off with we just want to clear the air and positive vibes and energy all over every time we go anywhere, right? So when we start a show, we definitely want to do it. This one says concentration, and these are just cards that have a word on the front and just has a thought on the back of it, and it's nothing besides something that just you can think about. That's about it.
Set the tone, if you will.
Yeah, if you will. It helps your day. I look at it as armor. I do it every day, armor to start the day. So it says concentration. As a drowning man wants air, as a lover seeks their beloved, this is the way you must focus on that what you want. This intensity of concentration will remove all obstacles. See, I was talking to someone about this morning. I was like, look, she really didn't get it. Then I had to go like, if you're about to drown, and you're fighting for everything to get some more air, that's how hard you got to work to try and get something that you want. And if you can do that, then you can do it. That's the intensity that you need. It's pretty serious intensity, right?
We start off on a
pretty
deep end.
serious.
And this one is dance, right? So dance says on the back, it says,
What a wonderful card for this show today.
Dance.
let's dance with Threadhead.
Dancing grounds.
Dance. So it says dance. In dance, no movement or direction is better or worse than another. This, too, is the way we should view life. See all the good and bad things that happen to you simply as movements in the dance of life. Cha-cha-cha.
Awesome.
Right?
It's like it's written for this one, yeah.
I think so, yeah. I think
They
so.
almost always work.
Yeah,
regardless of
yeah.
whatever.
They line up in such wonderful ways almost every time we do them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Even when we don't want them to, you're like, oh, shit, I knew that.
Anyway, without further ado, let's introduce our guests here. Actually, we'll let our guests introduce themselves. Julie, why don't you go first?
I'm going to introduce Ken Cryer, the president.
Okay, you'll introduce Ken, and Ken will
Yes.
introduce you. How about that?
Yes, I'm going to introduce Ken Cryer. He is the president of the Threadhead Cultural Foundation and the mastermind of all of this. Maybe not the mastermind, but the executor of what has gotten the Threadheads to what it is today. And I think, it's about 20 years?
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Yes.
Well, 2008 was the start of the foundation. We as a group, existed before that. And yeah, it goes back to 2005 and 2004. Yeah.
Ken, you want to introduce Julie?
And Julie Lodato, she's our lovely Queen of Oak, but also
All hail.
All hail. And she but is our most recent addition to the board of directors for the Threadhead Foundation.
Awesome.
Very happy to have her. She's a bundle of energy. We love that. So let's go all the time.
It's fun. It's nice to be one of the people with boots on the ground. A lot of our board doesn't live here, right?
Some do.
Some do, some don't, whatever. So it's nice to kind of I feel like I kind of balance out all the different types of people we have on the board.
Ken, get us into a little bit about the inception of the Threadheads and sort of how they came to be, and then sort of what your mission is.
Well, this was never planned. That's all I can really start it off as. It was never planned. It was just a bunch of people. They met on something called the Purple Board of the Pet the Cat crew. Pet the Cat was, and I'm looking right at a picture of Joe Perez.
Yes.
Was run by Joe and some others, and they were worldwide festivalists. From there, a lot of those folks migrated to something called the Jazz and Heritage Festival chat board. And from that, this is what this grew out of. And you meet there. You don't want to just meet online. You want to take it to the next level. And when you get to Jazz Fest, you meet somewhere on the grounds. Our place was 1:15 every day at the Zulu Diamond Cutters tent.
The IRL meetup.
Dude, I used to be in a Diamond Cutters crew as the first. I was in Zulu. That's wow.
There it is.
Naming his grandmother.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So tell us a
Lena.
little bit about when you did start meeting up. Sort of what did the mission become behind the Threadheads?
To drink a lot on a Tuesday.
Oh, okay. I know I helped out with that a lot.
That was the boring day of Jazz Fest. The days between didn't really exist then. In fact, we sort of started that. The days between, because there was nothing on a Tuesday. Monday was piano night, and Wednesday was martial ball. Tuesday was nothing. So we said, let's start a little thing together. And I just went past 920 Frenchman where that happened at.
Wow.
It was a bring your own dish, got a couple kegs of beer, Rebirth and Kermit. And that was it. After that, it was 3 months later, Katrina. And after that, we just started doing this for not just fun, raising some money for First Musicians Clinic. Then we have migrated into our own thing, Threadhead Records. That went on for a couple of years. And then we decided to start a foundation. And the foundation has been going on since 2008, and this will be our 20th year of that particular event that really shot things off, which was the Patry.
You got to tell a story behind the name of the Patry. It's so stupid, silly.
Please do.
It is, and it's very us. You know, it was accidental, a drunken post on the Jazz Fest board one night. You can't change it once you put the thread up, which is where the thread has come from. The thread of the discussion came out of that. You can't change it.
Y'all did not know that.
I did not know that.
Y'all did not.
You blew my mind.
You saw the light bulb just go off in their head.
Bing, I did.
Bing,
See,
bing, bing, bing.
2 light bulbs.
I always thought it had to do with Mardi Gras Indian sewing. I
No,
always did.
it's the forum thread. This is back in the forum days when there was no like social media. It was everybody like Tom Fitzmaurice had his little forum, and all these different people had forums.
You
The
had to work
Threadheads.
to communicate.
Yeah.
It was not
Exactly.
just like the quick dose, like you jump on social media and like, it was some work to
was
get
awesome.
through there.
That's right.
You love seeing
Find
those
each
light bulbs
other.
go off.
Loved it.
Yeah, the Patry was a misspell, pure and simple, and you can't change it. And
What were you
once it
trying
got-
to spell?
Party. Threadhead Party. It was actually originally, and I'll give props out in case they see this, and the twofer, and on the board you get a handle, and the twofer, the fest, was Nate and Nancy, and I'll give them props. They started that Patry, but she started the thread. So she drunkenly misspelled it, I think. Correct
And
me
you
if
Y'all
I'm wrong.
want to
Edit.
go to the Patry?
And you can't edit.
You can't edit. And it's stuck. And now there's no such thing as anything but a Patry.
Yeah.
If you go online, yeah.
It's
Right
kind of
here.
hard when you
This
like
is
the
our 20th
Patry
year.
party.
So you mentioned that you are
Double
raising money to help support musicians. What types of projects do you guys like to support? What do you get behind?
Anything, any cultural bearer, like, artists, musicians, culture bearers, filmmakers, authors, art projects. There are so many different varieties of different projects.
Educations
that we will,
as well,
education.
like arts education.
Yeah, like it's or like just like some type of, I don't know, like it's endless.
How
on
many
what
grants are you giving out each year?
I think we go out with about like 35 -ish.
35, 36. Last
Yeah.
year we raised about 150,000 to give
Oh wow,
away.
amazing!
And that gave us about 36 grants, which was over a third of what the applications that we got.
And is this all through private donors, or do you have events where you raise the money?
The events, the Patry.
Oh, the
Patry,
Patry, of course,
Patry.
yeah.
We just raised money off of a great raffle that we did with the guitar that belonged to Spencer Boren.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
He had a resonator guitar that was donated by his lovely wife in Maryland, and they really helped us out promoting it, and we raised about 10 grand off of that.
Just off the guitar,
So that's 2 or 3 grants.
They never stop giving to the music community.
They do not.
But there's also the springtime raffle that we do.
Oh, okay.
And that kind of coincides with Jazz Fest and the Patry. It's an online raffle where we'll take anything and raffle off anything. And it's awesome because it's a website. Like, you can go on a website and be like, I got $100 to donate to the Threadheads, and you can buy however many raffle tickets for however many items you see on there. Like, there's so many beautiful things donated. I had this gorgeous picture of Dr. John and Alan Toussaint that I won. And it's like, maybe like that the bid for it be like $5. You buy a $5 raffle ticket for that. and just go through and add it up, your $100, and that goes to the foundation, and you can win. And like people, it's awesome because I think everybody wins something. If you go in about it the right way, everybody like walks away with something.
Everyone's a winner. Every man a winner.
Everyone
Ding,
is a
ding,
winner.
ding, ding, front
but
line
that
winner.
that is a really big way that we raise funds. But we try and be creative throughout the year too.
Yeah, here and there, and we certainly depend on great donors, great in their membership levels, which is, nothing is completely original. We sort of took some of the ideas from like OZ and people had memberships, and but you get goodies with it. You get T-shirts, you get the hats, you get all that, but you get more than anything the feeling that you're helping to preserve original music and original art and original programs in South Louisiana.
That's without a doubt. I mean, you're seeing people benefit from it all the time. What about if somebody wants to get involved, like want to get their name in the hat? How do you get them a chance to maybe get some help?
Well, right now, at this point, we're still in the process of accepting grant applications. That started in early October and it goes through November 3rd. Right?
Yeah.
And we'll accept applications online. It's all done online. It's just a really easy process. And anyone who has a project, they got to be project oriented. And of course, you want to be part of the mission of spreading the word about Louisiana and South Louisiana and the culture here. All those are big points that go to getting yourself a grant. But we've given away some really incredible projects. And, when it goes all the way back to the original, one of the earlier ones was Bayou Maharaja, which is all about Booker.
Yeah,
So,
I remember I helped
Lily.
fund that. His wonderful
Lily.
movie, Lily Kuyper.
Yeah, Lily.
Lily.
A funny story about that thing is like I missed that show when it was showing at the Maple Leaf. Mm-hmm. And I walked in, and it was right at the end. They were bringing him into the graveyard, and I went. I looked at this, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that looks like the graveyard where my mom and grandmother."
Providence on that airline across from the Subaru
Yeah, you go
dealership?
across the canal.
Mahalia's
you go in
there, too.
Mahalia and Bo
Fess.
Dallas Senior's there
I
too.
think Fess is there.
Is that the one out near Budweiser? Is that way out there?
No, it's
No.
across the street from a car dealership.
Subaru.
Yeah. Yep. But it's on Airline Highway once you pass David Drive before you get to Roosevelt. But I saw that and I was like, wait a minute.
There.
So I go there because I visit my mom and my grandmother. Their birthdays on January the 1st and February the 14th. I asked the guy over there, I'm like, hey, is James Booker? He goes, oh, yeah, he's here. A whole bunch of other people here, too. Mahalia Jackson is like, you could see her grave from when you driving off of Airline Highway, you can see it. But every time I go there, I go visit all those people. It's a cool situation. I didn't know that you guys were behind that too. That helped me find out all that stuff. Ivan, I think, told me that that grandma Neville is in there too.
Wow.
So you saying Fess is in there too?
I don't know about
Okay.
that.
All right, I'm gonna double check.
the person that told me about this particular cemetery is David Cunyon.
Yeah, he
and
would
he's
know.
like he's
He
the
would
authority,
know.
but
He
he's
would
the
know.
one that told me that, and I was like, I gotta go get a tune-up on my Subaru. And that was a couple of years ago. I don't have the Subaru
I
anymore.
gotta get a tune-up on my Subaru.
I'm gonna go see Mahalia.
That was awesome. But so there's between October and November every year, the same time when you got that's the times that you guys
It's
go
pretty
put in?
much around that same time, and then we call that after that is Christmas.
And what's your website? Just threadheadfoundation.org? Is that?
THCFNOLA.org.
I was gonna let him do that.
Do it Say it again, Ken.
CFNOLA.org.
Yeah.
And everything is there. You can also go to our Facebook page. We keep it pretty current. But
Is that THCF.NOLA?
yeah, Threadhead Cultural Foundation. THCF.
That's it, guys. THCF.NOLA. Make sure you get that in between.
Down a dot.
No
Just
dot.
No dot. There's just
NOLA.com.
THF.
We'll get it.
.org.
HCFNOLA.com.
There you go.
I
Now
do
you're
wanna
completely
say-
confused, guys. Good
I know.
time. No, I'm joking.
I do want to say, last night I was talking to one of these, carrying a torch kids, a son of a well-known New Orleans musician, and I was talking to him about it, and I was like, one of the amazing things about filling out this application to apply for a grant, whether you get it or not, the exercise in doing it is like, it's almost like building your business plan. Like, it's like we're providing them like a handbook on like all the questions that you need to ask yourself about what this project, how much do I want this project? Am I just like full of shit and I just want think I'm gonna get some quick cash and whatever? No, you've got to go through all the steps and think about your accounting, your marketing. How are you gonna are you gonna stream it? Are you gonna press vinyl? Or are you gonna hire people to execute your art exhibit? Whatever. Like, there's so many things that the application process makes you think of. And I think that makes it even more valuable to the people that are awarded the grants. One of the things that I wanted to actually be on the show about is to help promote like more people joining the Threadheads. We need more memberships, like not people just like applying to get grants. We need more people like me and Ken. And
how
you
much
guys,
is a membership?
it's various, whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I think it starts at like,
There are levels.
There are levels.
Yeah, there are levels. I think it starts at like 35, goes to 70.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that's a yearly membership.
It's a yearly membership.
So entry level, you're talking about like $35, which is,
Sure, we try to keep it manageable for anybody to be a part of it all.
Yeah.
and a top notch is what? Like,
Mafia, whatever.
okay. And then what is that? How much is that one? How much is that?
It's like $5,000.
$1 billion.
We name stuff after you. That.
Oh, okay. Well, so man, that sounds like a lot of good stuff. Do you guys,
But one of the cool things before I forget, if you do join at any level, you get to be on the committees that pick the grants,
Which is really cool.
which is extremely cool.
so that's almost like the Green Bay Packers having a team and everybody at
$30 level
is into it.
You have a say. So, and we love that about it, and we promote that about it.
Mm-hmm.
You're having some issues, Jamie,
Yeah,
with the camera?
I'm
There you
having
go. Zooming out or zooming in or something. You're good now. Camera one's good now.
Okay, cool. We had a little technical issue there for a second, but we're good.
Somebody probably touched it. It could have been anybody. But yeah, so you guys, if you sign up, you're ultimately gaining power by having a say.
You have a voice.
And yeah, you have a say so and actually who gets some things.
Yeah, we're not into passive involvement. We're like Cajun people or at Mardi Gras or something. We want you to come and do it. You got to go do it. You got to be doing. You got to mask. You got to do this. And this is what we want for our members, to make sure that they know that they have a voice, and every bit of involvement that they want, they have, and they have a voice, and they can come to the events. But it's more of a social thing, and that's how it started.
That's what I was going to say. Very organic and
Very organic.
roots driven.
And it was originally about the
Grassroots.
musicians, so yeah, that is a big part of what we do grant wise. But we also will take care of like the programs, the education programs, the dance programs, movies, books, theater. All of that is included.
So do you guys offer them like, so once they fill it out, I understand they go into that, but if they need to learn more about running their business, do you guys help them with that too? Or just like, say if you need to, like, how do they get started? Like, could they have like maybe guide them to people saying, this is what you should get if you want accounting or your business structure, or
We've interacted with a lot of folks like the Ellis Project. I mean, that's
okay.
the legal end of the music business. And
Great.
those folks have been great. We worked with them. Like, for instance, when everything shut down because of COVID, we went to them and said, look, we've got this money we want to use for groceries, for culture bearers, for Indians, for people who've lost everything and weren't having any income. Brass bands, especially brass bands. So we started that with, and they knew who needed the most, so we worked with them. So we got to know them. So we made relationships like that along the way.
Who's an ideal sponsor for you guys?
In terms of,
Like helping with situations like that, like someone who, cause it also
Caesars.
go hand in hand, because you guys need each other.
Mostly that's organic. I mean, we don't have any big name sponsors other than, say, Tony Sashery's is really stepped up for us.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Keeping the spice.
Keeping it spicy. Keeping
like
seasoning going.
So any other spice companies, not to go against those guys, but that's. I mean, I'm just trying to think about ways to help you.
Yeah,
guys
let's get the McElhenney.
Yeah,
Write a check.
my wheels are spinning.
Crystal, where you at?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Definitely.
Pepper.
Yeah,
I know.
Pepper. Where's Pepper?
Yeah,
I know.
where's Pepper? Pepper, you hear us out there, bro? Holla at us. We need to get you on this show.
Yeah, flavor matters.
Yes. So, Jamie, you got any questions for these guys?
Oh, plenty.
I don't want to take over the whole thing.
Kenny, you've been at this for some time now, you and your organization. Is there a particular project that stands out, maybe something that won some awards? I mean, of course, Lily's film won a number of film festival awards, but is there a particular project that you got behind that really stands out for you as something that may not have entered to this world without your assistance, and then did so many things in this world that were maybe beyond your expectations?
Well, our first Grammy was the New Orleans Nightcrawlers.
Awesome.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that was our first, feather and cap. Because one thing we're not about is that feather and caps is not what we're after. In fact, we migrate more to folks who need it more than the folks who maybe have a little bit of an edge already. We helped them make their first record in 10 years when they came out with a Slither Slice. It was an amazing record. Wow. But it took 10 years to get that one. And it took almost another 10 years to get their next one, which is the one that won them a Grammy.
Wow. That's exciting.
To be
it's
a
like
part of that, a little part
up.
of that, we're all like cheering.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Course.
Like, you see this little kid and he's growing up, and then all of a sudden he's working and working and working, and all of a sudden he's getting rewarded. And it's because you helped him out. That's
the
a
Nightcrawlers
beautiful
is
situation.
big. Yeah, and they still, we see them and we're like, hey, where's ours? We, like I said, we're not into the feather and cap thing. It's more about, I always have said it's a little bit of a, what's the word? It's a little selfish on our part because we want that. We wanted that music. We were so afraid of losing it after Katrina.
That's
no place to play. There was none of the clubs were open, and the people were spread out everywhere. It's like, give them a reason to come back home, because if they stay, we'll never see them again. So when we got them back here, we said, "Look, here's money to make a record." First ones were John Boutte and Paul Sanchez. And how much do you need to make a record? I said, because you can't even pay your rent. I get it. So let's help them do that. And two records came out of that. And then from that, it was just like, how do we do this and keep it going? Again, that was Threadhead Records. And then we moved to the foundation, which it wasn't a loan. It was a keep it and just put it towards it. And let's make this record, make it happen. You don't have to pay nothing.
So is it argumentatively fair to say that Katrina had a lot to do with making this come to fruition?
We'd probably still be just a bunch of drunks on a Tuesday, if not for Katrina.
See,
I'll be honest.
And so that's what I want to be honest about this too, because when we were getting these shows, before we were moving here, we were thinking about people we wanted, that we wanted to spotlight. It crossed my mind when you guys came around how like something beautiful came out of Katrina. And I was thinking we should focus on that. I know some people are just like, I don't want to talk about Katrina because of what. That's fine, but there is some things that because of Katrina kind of made guys get a Grammy. Guys do a lot of different things. So it's
sometimes rain brings flowers.
Yeah, a lot of times. It needs that water.
Sometimes you have to go to a really bad anime movie with your son. You made on Katrina.
It was that bad.
So, Julie, tell me a little bit about your journey. I know you're getting involved with the Threadheads kind of recently, but what attracted you to the Threadheads, and then what are sort of your goals in the organization?
Well, I had heard about the Threadheads for many, many years. With my marching crew, I had a couple of girls in my marching crew that were Threadheads. And sorry, I'm not at the mic. Anyway, so I knew what was going on. I didn't know this guy. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know this guy until he became king of moms. What year was that?
Hell.
Oh, hell.
Oh, yeah.
Quasi Ken. And right around, I guess it was after the next year, I guess is when I met Ken, and we started talking, and I started getting involved and realizing exactly what the Threadheads were all about, and I was able to offer assistance and start creating graphics and getting involved and learning everything. And I don't know, it was over the time, like that first year I got involved, it was like I had so many people in the music community that I was friends with, especially in music and even art community, festival community, whatever, that they didn't even know this was happening. And
so you were able to like enlighten a lot of people.
Yeah, like enlighten a lot of people about it. And then so that kind of like started like working out and gave, I think, the Threadheads a little fresh,
some fresh
life
blood
in there. Like not the same people like applying for the grants every year, which is no problem, obviously. But like it was new blood applying for grants. Last year, I was at Hogs for the Cause in my tent, and this man, Ken, came up to me and was like, "Will you please be on my board?"
I love it.
And I love it. I accepted, and I'm very proud of this whole organization, and I'm grateful that they brought me on because this is work that they've done for 20 years before I was even involved or knew anything about it. I mean, I knew about it, but I was not in the thread. And so there's that. But one thing I can say is like there is a cycle of being a thread, like the life of a threadhead. And right now we're at the end of the cycle where we're in the middle of the grant process. We're accepting grants. Then we're going to have to award those grants. Then be Santa Claus.
And you give them away.
Yeah,
December.
give them away. Yeah, in
Very good.
December because it all happens very, very quick. But then we have a little dial down time, like where we all have a little piece, and Mardi Gras happens and we all be like regular Mardi Gras people. But as soon as Mardi Gras is over, it's raffle time, raise money for the next grant cycle. And then we have the Patry, and I don't want to forget about Threadhead Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's the Threadhead Thursday that we usually do like in the botanical gardens. Sometimes it works out there. Sometimes we do it other places, whatever. But there's 2 events in the Jazz Fest time, fundraising type events. And we do need to talk about the Threadhead Thursdays.
Well, that's not really as much of a fundraiser as it's a fun day for anybody can come. There's no admission. We usually have one of our former grant recipients that will come and be involved.
Nice.
It really could be anybody in the music community, but it's mainly about getting people out on a Thursday before Jazz Fest would start the night before. Well, now that's changed. Now the original Thursday is now a Jazz Fest day. So a little bit of transition going on there. But our 2 main events being the Patry, that's our main focus, and that's what people mostly know about us. But the raffle is huge. I mean, and Gail, who's getting out of it now. We're trying to.
She's a dame.
She's a dame. Yes.
She's on the marching crew.
Yes, she was the connection, and that's how you originally heard about it. It's that's a monster. That we have some other folks who do things throughout the year. Sean Sizemore does something for us, and he and I were talking about last night. And here and there. The guitar, the raffle was big, and that also brought in members. We did some promotions that brought in members during that time period because we're all over the internet during that time. So,
how many members are you guys now? Do we know that offhand? A ballpark figure?
I might have to send a text message.
No, it's okay.
It's not that important.
Okay.
Circular guess is about 200 or so.
The main point is that you need more members.
We need more. Whatever we have, we need more.
That's how I was going to.
And we need
up
enthusiastic people that are just in the community and willing to do the work and be present for all the events and show up at BMAX for our silly little gatherings and show up in a little spot at Jazz Fest because we do have a little spot where it's just a little tent that we all can just go throw our chairs and it's quiet, whatever. Cool. We've got these little perks, whatever.
Hideaways.
Yeah, but one of the things I want to talk about a little bit more and elaborate more, and we haven't really talked about, is what the actual day looks like for the Patry.
Oh, okay.
The Patry is a day. It starts at 11 a.m.
It's at the Deutsches House.
It's at the Deutsches House.
And that's on the Tuesday between the Jazz Fest.
Yes, 1300 Moss Street, Deutsches House.
And this is a fundraiser.
It's the original Days Tween.
Yeah.
We made that.
Yeah.
Days Tween. We were it.
And
So continue.
but it's outside under the oak, and it's beautiful because the backdrop is the grandstands of the fairgrounds and the cemetery. It's gorgeous.
And then the Bayou
and
St.
then
John.
the Bayou St. John on the other side. It's
Amazing.
absolutely
Very
amazing.
photogenic.
And so the way Ken books it, it's like typically that year, I think you try to like generally stick with some of the the people that
We
were
always have-
awarded grants, you
Yeah,
know?
one or two that's grant recipients either in the past or this particular year. But we also try to really, really mix it up. It's
Yeah.
like six completely
More than
different
40
acts.
last year.
Excellent.
Awesome.
It was really nice.
They're
diverse
only
crowd.
Jazz Fest gigs.
Yeah, yeah. But it starts at 11 and ends at 9, and it's music all day, like all day. It's just and
Wow.
it's you can come and go, and it's there's food and
Beer, of course.
What's the entry to get in?
it's $100.
$100.
Oh, nice.
Yep,
And then
and
got music from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at night.
And drinks.
Cannot go wrong
and
for
food.
$100.
Wow.
You eat,
Yep.
you drink, you
Bring your own Mardi Gras cup.
inside
That is
bathrooms.
really good. Man,
Yeah.
what do you
Yeah.
think about that? I mean,
It's ridiculous.
It's an amazing celebration. When I used to live there
what's
in
that
Mid City,
date?
I used to walk up there from Creek Street. It was always
One of my favorite things about this whole event, and it's so silly, and Ken's probably going to giggle at me for even talking about this because it was the first year I was involved in it, and he's like, "Hey, I forget what year it was. It was like the 18th or 19th year." He's like, "Can you just get like a vinyl letter of the number 9?" And I'm thinking, why? And he's like, well, it's because it's the 19th year. And I'm like, why wouldn't we just get, 19th annual, 19th, whatever, the Patry Party, whatever. Why wouldn't we just reprint the banner? No, the wet threadheads are never going to spend money on that. Print out an individual number 9 and we paste it on top of the letter from the number from last year.
that's efficiency right there.
It's efficiency.
Take care of this yellow duct tape. It's gonna.
Yep,
That's how it's gonna be.
it's great, and I love this. And another one of the things that I love about the Threadheads is like when I went to that first Patry Party, you go up to the beer tent, and it's all people bring like their stacks of Mardi Gras cups. No one's drinking out of like solo
Disposable.
cups. Everything's Mardi Gras cups. It's just very
grassroots,
Grassroots.
and organic. That's kind of what
Down
we are
home.
here at
Make
OG.
something
Yeah.
out of everything, out of
Yeah.
nothing.
That's awesome. I love how you guys take lemons and turn it into lemonade and get a
that's
stand and turn a profit and then get a franchise.
turn
Is that
8s into
thing.
9s.
Yeah,
Very
I think
nice.
that, and like you say, as we came out of Katrina, and we just like, oh, what do we do now? What are we going to do now? We're going to continue to have this event? Like, yeah, but let's make it a fundraiser. And we raised more than our entrance fees, in
Awesome.
in the
That's a
first
vibe.
year. And then the second year, we gave $20,000 to the musicians clinic, and she just, Bethany just wept on stage.
I bet. I bet.
They
Maybe
weren't
give me
getting any
20
money.
grand. I'll cry right now.
Maybe we're on to something here. Maybe we're on to something. What do we do with
No,
this?
what I was going to say was, do you guys take whistlers? No, I'm joking.
What's your whistle program?
That's what I got a lot of it.
Surprised
I know you do.
I got a lot of so maybe Only Good Vibes News Network, and maybe we might have to get that grant. You guys
Actually,
need-
we want to contribute. We'll offer up a chance to be a guest on Only Good Vibes News Network. You
I
can
like that.
auction
I
it
like
off,
that.
and they can,
Yes.
you
There you
see
go.
how much we can raise just for that chair right there that she's
As
going to enjoy.
an idea of what we won't, I mean, we'll auction. We will raffle off anything. But one of the things we raffled off one year was a membership in the Valparaiso men's sport.
Oh, okay.
That guy who won that, who's one of the best dentists in New Orleans, I'll give you a plug, Win Capit. He's still in the crew. He's still,
he
he's
is.
still in the
Nice.
Valparaiso.
I was afraid
in.
it was going to be a story about someone who couldn't sing who ruined the whole thing.
No. He sits in the back, and I'm his forever. I'm his bourbon guy.
Super nice.
I wish one day we could get OZ to donate like the opportunity to read the live wire as like a thing.
That would be a
I
cool
would-
thing.
You
I would
guys
love-
listen. Who do we need? You know,
Y'all
some
would
people
love
over
to
there.
hear me
You know
read the
people.
live wire.
Absolutely.
Who do we talk to about that? I mean, we got a lot of heads.
Beth. I got Beth's
Okay,
number.
Beth, are you listening? So, Beth, you're going to be getting a call. There's a lot of people pulling for this. And,
Yes.
maybe we can make it a win-win for both sides.
It would be great. But I mean, I would love to do that. I've always been like, I want to read a live wire one day.
Yeah.
So
I just want to say gassa gassa.
At one time I was
Gas. You just said it. There you go. Say it again. Say it.
Gassa gassa. Sorry.
I thought maybe it's a New Orleans thing. I thought it was Gassa Gassa.
I thought it was Gassa Gassa too, but there's this one lady that always says
Gassa
Gassa Gassa.
Ah.
You know what I'm talking about,
I know
Jamie.
exactly what you're talking about. I know just the first thing.
sorry.
You almost killed me with that one, Jules.
That cracks me up. You know, that reminds me of one thing. That reminds me that this show is brought to everybody. All this lovely Gassa talk and everything else is brought to you
They're
by
getting a lot of promos all
NOLA
over the show.
Motorsports Park on the West Bank. They got
That's
their,
right.
they got this. You went. I
I
would
went
love
to
to talk
the zombie paintball.
Could you enlighten us on how you felt?
Silly
Silly.
and fun and a lot of joy.
Silly and fun.
I got to beat on the walls of we were in a
bus?
school bus.
I saw
and
that.
they were like, when we would pass the other school buses, they would make us like beat on the walls and
Wait
scream.
a minute, you were moving? You were
Oh
driving?
yeah, and
Whoa.
you're in a window
So
with
tell us-
like your gun,
And you're driving around.
and they're like these like creepy little scenes, and zombies come out and you shoot them.
Jay, we got to go over there.
Oh,
It's
yeah, we gotta
so
go.
ridiculous. And
Could you
then,
tell for our listeners who like us, we don't even know. So basically, you drive to the West Bank. It's in the same place where
it's in West Wego.
Okay, West Wego.
I mean, I would think that you would want to go to what is it, Mosca's first,
Okay,
or maybe
all
after.
right.
Go to Mosca's
Don't
after.
mask us.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then you go
We'll
and you
go
get in a
home after
bus,
Moscow's.
and there's a whole area that you guys. There's a bunch of buses. How many buses? Over
No,
like
it's like you gotta wait in line. It's like kind of like I felt like going. I remember when you were kids and your parents like loaded you up in a car and we went spookhausen. You know, it's like, oh, we going parading. You know, we're gonna catch a parade at the beginning. We're gonna get in the car and catch it again at the
That's
end.
really exciting
Whatever. But like
sounding.
it was waiting in line, camaraderie with all these different people and families. Oh, I know them. And whatever. It was great. And then we get on this goofy school bus and
guns blazing.
we all had like there's like a bench and we each had a window.
So you load the gun up.
And you
or did
load
somebody
them up with
load
the
them up?
paint. No, you load it up. Yeah, you load it up, and they don't shoot at you. Like Ivy's like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to run around and be shot at. And I'm like, girl, you on a bus? Nobody shoots at you.
You're not
Okay.
running anywhere. You're just
You're not
standing.
running anywhere.
So that's, I
we
mean,
giggled. It was silly. We did it. We had a bunch of kids with us. The kids loved it and enjoyed it. Actually, I think the adults enjoyed it more.
so you see there, we got the Queen of Oak saying to get over there to NOLA Motorsports Park. And also we have a sponsor that's Scandalous Chocolate.
Scandalous
You probably could have had
Chocolates,
some of
that's
those Scandalous Chocolates and went over there and shot a lot more zombies.
Probably.
Right? And then we also, Trenas.
That's right. Wonderful oysters.
Yeah,
there,
a lot of
Trenas.
oysters over there. We go to Trenas a lot.
And
then
Frenchie Galleries.
Frenchie Galleries, I was saving it definitely last, not but least. But Frenchie Galleries is a big sponsor of ours, and we're very excited because they have all believed in us and got us to be able to have you guys here and have these fancy mics and all these nice chairs. And me and Jamie, we just want to make sure that people understand that their subconscious thought process is really important and how you think and how you achieve things. So instead of looking at the news all the time, when you're looking at the things that have all the bad things that have happened, like the 20% of bad people doing things, and then they're reporting on it more and more and more. What we want to do is report on the 80% of people like yourselves that are doing good things. So that's why we're here, and and we really thank you guys.
Thank
for
you
your
guys
time.
for being on the show.
Thank you
We
for having us.
believe that you are doing what our mission is, and that is putting good vibes in people's lives.
Yes, and the world
Thank
is
you.
good, filled to the top with good people. But if you don't see one,
Be one.
and look, Jamie,
Seek 'em
is
out.
there anything else you guys want to say to maybe some sponsors, to say hi to somebody, or what you guys got on the future? What's up next for Threadheads?
No, I mean, we're just continuing to do what we do and make sure that everything that comes our way in terms of memberships or sponsorships, or somebody has a grant, a family grant that, hey, we need to put some money somewhere. We're very transparent. What we do is what we say we're going to do. And we're going to also ask you to be involved in it. And we're getting that every day. I mean, it's still happening for us with new folks coming in, moving to New Orleans and saying, I like that. And I have a family foundation, so.
Can you give that the website out again so they can get in touch with you guys?
Sure. It's www.thcnola.org.
Awesome.
And just send us, go on there, send us a message. We'll get back to you quickly. Pull you in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Julie, you got anything to say?
I do. And while I'm sitting here watching Ken talk, I'm like looking at this harmonica necklace around his neck. Okay, I almost got beat up at a Mumford & show, Mumford & Sons set at Jazz Fest for blowing it too much. This girl's like, you need to stop doing that. It actually works. Blow on it.
Okay.
You need to stop doing that.
Yeah, it's done.
Wow.
Anyway,
That's
but,
really
but
good.
like,
Big
so
giveaway.
like,
That's cool. I like
we
that.
give away hundreds of these.
Right,
Really?
so like
DJ
all-
Griff, you're out there. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, like and so
I need one of those.
All the Threadheads have one, and it's like a lovely community of people, and they always like giving out necklaces, and like you could see a Threadhead from a mile away because they are exuding it and they're happy. And some of them have cookies in their purse and handing it out.
Renee, thank you.
And some of them have harmonicas or like necklaces with guitar picks, or everything is super thoughtful. I had this like 7th grade teacher, Ms. Villa. She always would give out like cheap but thoughtful gifts. And like she would like pull out this bag of tricks and be like, it's a cheap but thoughtful gift. And it was always something like silly. But I just I've always thought about that. It was like, that's such goodwill. Like, I just want to give you something
Yeah,
because you're special to me and we're a community.
we call it lanyards, and it always has been a part of the Threadhead culture. And there's still a table, and it gets bigger every year. People just bringing stuff and throwing it on that table and saying, this is for everybody, just grab it. And it's as you walk into the Patry, and there's some amazing stuff, tons of these, but just amazing stuff that people bring from wherever they're at, because we're worldwide festivalists. And they bring it with them, and they share it with everybody.
So do you guys see copycat Threadheads in other states down
I
the
hope
line?
so.
I hope so.
I hope so, yeah.
I hope so. I mean, we'll help them. We'll tell them what we did. Bring kegs of beer.
You guys out there listening, you want to go ahead and go to the website.
Bring brownies.
Get it
Bring
started.
gumbo. Yeah.
Julie Lodato, Ken Cryer, thank you so much for being on the show, and thank you for
Thank
helping
you.
us put good
Yes.
vibes in people's lives.
And
And I want
yes.
to remind everybody out there in radio, television, podcast land, subscribe, and share our show. You can help put good vibes in people's lives too.
Absolutely. Who that?
Who dat?
Job, guys.
But we got a vibe, y'all. We got a vibe. I can tell by your smile that you're in my tribe. We got a vibe.